Georgie and Mandy are Huggy Bonds. I can't miss new episode of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. CBS Thursday, 8, 7 Central.
Don't miss Justin Hartley in the shocking CBS fall finale. Tracker, new tonight after 60 minutes and streaming on Paramount Plus. Ravens backed up with the 1-yard line. And they're going up top, trying to. And they get it out to the 5 with Andrews boxing out, getting the position to make the catch. Max got hit after he threw it, Tony.
Well, that's a big time play. I mean, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but being on the one, you feel that, like, internal clock very quickly being like, I can't take a sack, I can't have a sack fumble, so the ball's got to get out. So just getting that little bit of room right there makes it easier to call a play for offense coordinator.
2nd and 5. With Henry 1 yard there.
And that's the key to stopping Derrick Henry. You can't let him get going. And as soon as it sounds, you got to make him change direction. And right there, Jordan Davis, he stops his momentum. Because once his momentum gets going, Jim, he's going to finish forward. He's going to have the ability to make it miss. And then that size really gets out of that 2nd and 3rd level quicker.
And once he gets going, he's a runaway train. And you don't want to be in his way.
Here's the key to the game for the Eagles. These 3rd down mediums.
3rd and 5. Ooh. That was intended for Flowers.
I think he just missed.
Flowers was open.
It did. I mean, the ball looks like where it landed, like it was a tip, but I think he did. That one's frustrating. But that's because you're in the end zone, Jim. You just have that.
Okay, I can only take a 3rd, so we're going to take the big ones.
Chance for the Eagles.
There we go. All of that.
Covey.
I'm going to take these 2 big ones also. Get them 8.
That's a good starting point for Philadelphia. 48-yard punt, 5-yard return.
Ooh, I'm getting flowers. I got a purple flower coming in. Oh, pretty girl, look at you. You're starting to blossom. Oh, you're gorgeous. Oh, green mustard. Eat this too.
Part of the new $6 House Faves menu.
Season finale is
Pieces right here.
It's $5 food. It's fresh.
And the beautiful harvest is us. Oh my gosh.
There's always a betrayal in the finale.
Okay. Probably take some of this kale also. I'll eat that tomorrow. Celery's still growing. Not ready. Tomatoes. I'm gonna do tomatoes. My first tomato harvest, guys. This is exciting. These are going in my salad today. Look how beautiful and red those are. Can you see those?
I might love you, but I kind of need you to say it first. We've all been there.
So all gifts talk.
Well, Cashmere's very shy.
Okay.
I can coax a gentle whisper.
Good.
This holiday season, let me
We're gonna
see
pull the
you.
flowers off this green mustard though, because you know what happens when you pull the flowers? They make more leaves. You leave them bud like this, they put all their energy into the flower and none of the energy into making lettuce. We're not eating flowers, we're eating lettuce. So just pop your flowers right off. Okay. I think we're good. We just need to put another germination cube in. We are going to grow next. We need one more cube germinating. We are going to grow beets. I love my beets. We're going to grow beets. I've got bull's blood red beets right here. I grew these outdoors this summer and they were amazing and tasty and beautiful. So we're going to try to grow them in here. I'm just going to pull the cardboard off and stick it right into my little germination station, my tub of water that I showed you guys the other day. I'm going to sit it right in there. That's all you do. It'll pull water up and it'll start germinating just like the others. Okay. That's done. We've got this big, huge, beautiful harvest, and this is going to be salad. So join me in my kitchen while we make a salad. There it is. Take a look at that. That's a full harvest. Let's go clean it up. Okay, so this is everything we pulled out of the garden. And because I've had an aphid problem out there recently, I'm going to go ahead and wash all this down really, really good. Then we're going to pick the herbs off the stems, and you're going to help me make a salad. I got all kinds of goodies in here, and we're going to eat them. Except for this basil. We're going to pull this basil right here and here. See, look at all this beautiful basil. How gorgeous is that, huh? We're going to pull all this because I don't want to grow basil anymore. I've grown enough. I've got plenty. We're going to pull this basil, and we're going to freeze the leaves because they can be frozen fresh and then used in recipes. So that's what we're going to do this time. So we're going to just set this aside, and I'm going to show you how that's done. But first, we're going to get these greens soaking. Let's start that process right now. I'm going to go ahead and get the stopper in my sink. I may have to have my husband come out and do it because I have so many issues with this thing. We'll see if I can do it. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see if that works. Okay, I'm gonna get some cold water, put my colander under here, and we're just gonna let this stuff get soaking. And while that's doing that, let me show you how I take care of my basil. It's super simple, guys. First of all, this is a garden. Let me pull you closer. This is what the garden hydroponic system looks like. This is what they grow in. So I'm literally going to just pull my plant cube right here. This is the cube. If I can dislodge the roots. There we go. Look at that. And that's what your root cup looks like. This thing is a solid mass. It's really hard and spongy, and it's just a solid mass of growth. That's why I'm going to go ahead and pull it, because I think it's done its time. So we've got, this is my 4th sweet Thai basil harvest. I got 4 harvests out of this thing. It's amazing. But we're going to go ahead and show you how this is done. Okay? And this is what the cube looks like. Just going to pull it apart and clean it up. And then, of course, you wash and sanitize these, and they go right back on the system. This is going right back on. Okay. Now all these soak. You know what? We're just going to dump them in and get them out of the colander. I'm just going to dump them in the sink. I think that'd be easier. We'll use the colander for the basil. We're just going to let this soak, though, just in case there's any aphids. I think they're all gone. I think the problem's gone. You know, we've been using neem oil. My husband and I have been really diligent about making sure we keep it neemed up. And then we're hand picking them and going through and checking the leaves daily. But because I brought aphids in from outside, and no, it wasn't because of the garden system. It was because of me. I brought them in, bringing in houseplants, not wanting to part with my garden outdoors. I was bringing things in, and I brought bugs with it. So anyway, long story short, we're just going to soak all this to make sure we don't have any critters in it. All right, guys, now let me show you how you take care of basil. First things first, let's soak it. It's going to get soaked along with everything else. And once that gets done, we're going to pull the leaves. We're going to wrap them in plastic saran wrap, and then we're just going to freeze them fresh. And then they can be used anytime you make spaghetti. Throw in a couple basil leaves. Make stew, throw in a couple basil leaves. Any kind of pork, I think it's great with pork. It's great with chicken. It's a good herb to use. Some people don't like the taste. They think it's too sweet, or they think that it resembles licorice. But I think it's delicious cooked into things. And I personally love licorice, so that's not a problem for me. I'm all down for the licorice. Anyway, so we're just going to let these soak. I'll come back to you guys in about an hour after these have had plenty of time to soak and rest and wilt a bit. And I'll show you how we prepare the rest. Okay, but that's what your root ball looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and break that off. As you can see, it comes right off. That's what your plants look like when you're growing them inside of these rock wool cubes, or Y cubes is what they call them, because of the way they sit on the system. It's kind of like a Y, the way they sit. You've seen my system, so you know. But I'm just going to rinse this out, because my thought is my husband and I could buy some rock wool, or I was even thinking maybe cotton balls, not sure. to start growing our own things in these. Because what I found out is if you take a little rubbing alcohol, you can wipe the name right off here, and then just take a Sharpie and mark on there what you are going to grow. So I'm all for reusing things and saving money where possible. And I harvested a whole bunch of seeds from my garden this fall after I did my gardening outdoors. And some of those things that we grew were so freaking successful. Like my husband had some tomato plants that were as big as my body. They were 5 foot tall, easily. And we had some pepper plants that threw out so many peppers, we could have had our own tamale party. I mean, for real, it was just like incredible the amount of peppers we got. So I'm saving all these Y cubes, and I will be reusing these next fall or spring. I'm not quite sure when I will do it, because I've got so many of my own Y cubes right now to use from the company. But when my Y cubes run down, trust and believe, I will be growing my own seed stock in these cubes. So save your cubes, guys. Don't throw them away. Okay, guys, I said I was going to come back to you when I got done with my harvest. I just wanted to show you, check out all this sweet Thai basil that I got. It's been soaking for about a half an hour or so. And I'm going to pull all the leaves from the stems, and I'm going to put them in Ziploc bags, and I'm going to freeze them fresh. And then when I pull them from the freezer, I can just bruise them a little or chop them and throw them into whatever recipe I'm going to use them for. But that is my sweet Thai basil. I went ahead and harvested the plant. This is my 4th, I believe, or 5th harvest of sweet Thai basil that I got in 64 days. And I went ahead and pulled the plant because I have enough basil now to get me through, and I wanted to try some different varieties. But here's where the real excitement for me is. I want to show you the harvest of vegetables that I got off my garden today. I did show you the harvest. I let you guys come with me and watch me cut a few things off the poles, but take a look at this. It's all been cleaned, and it's all fresh and beautiful and ready for my meal this evening. This is going to be my dinner or my supper. I'm going to have a fresh salad. I've got green mustard, red mustard, green mustard. I've got red tassoy. I've got red cherry tomatoes. I've got kale. I've got kale acento under here too, and I've got some red Swiss chard. I cannot wait to dig into this salad. This looks absolutely beautiful. These are the freshest and most beautiful and most brilliantly grown vegetables I've ever grown. I'm an avid gardener. I've been gardening for 30 years at least. I'm 57 years old. I've been gardening most of my life. Even as a child, I gardened with my mother and grandmother. And I'm telling you what, I've never gotten better vegetables or more wonderfully tasting and colorful vegetables than I have with my hydroponic garden system. Get yourself a garden. Hit that code. See that code right up above there? Yep, that's the one. Grab that code. Follow it to the garden website. Put something in your shopping cart. And my garden website discount, my ambassador discount, is going to be assigned to you. You don't even have to know my name. Don't need my number. Don't need my email. Don't need nothing. Just follow that code. Follow that code and get yourself a garden today.